Okay, have you ever gotten totally tangled up trying to schedule something? You use phrases like this weekend or next week, and they seem so simple, but one tiny mix-up can throw your entire plan off. Well, we're going to untangle all of that once and for all.
Right? This is the stuff that gets us. When somebody says later this week, what day do they actually mean? And that classic confusion. Is this weekend the one that's just a few days away, or is that actually next weekend? Getting this wrong, it leads to missed plans, confused friends. It's a mess. So how do we fix it?
Well, here is our secret weapon, Jason's personal calendar. For the next few minutes, this is going to be our guide, our roadmap. Every single time expression we talk about, we're going to tie it back to a real example right here on this schedule. It's going to make everything perfectly clear.
All right, let's start with the easiest one, the most immediate time frame. Right here, right now. Let's talk about today. So, our anchor point for this whole explainer is Monday. As you can see, the calendar has it clearly marked as today. This is our ground zero. Every other phrase, tomorrow, next week, it's all going to be based on this one starting point.
But of course, today isn't just one giant 24-hour block, right? We naturally break it down into smaller, more manageable pieces. We've got this morning for the early part, this afternoon for after lunch, and then this evening or tonight as the day starts to wrap up.
And check out how specific this is. Jason's calendar doesn't just say meeting on Monday. No, it says the meeting is at 8 o'clock this morning. That little detail is everything. It removes all doubt about when his day really gets started.
So we've nailed down today. Now let's just peek around the corner to tomorrow and the day after that.
The day after Monday is, well, obviously it's Tuesday. But when we're talking, we just call it tomorrow. It's our very next 24-hour block of time.
And here's the thing you got to remember. Tomorrow always refers to the one single day right after today. So when Jason says he has a concert tomorrow, everyone knows he's talking about Tuesday at 8 p.m. No confusion there.
Okay, so what about Wednesday? It's not today, and it's not tomorrow. So what do we call it? Well, English has a very specific, kind of fun phrase for this. The day after tomorrow.
And look, Jason's calendar gives us a perfect example. His Spanish class is on Wednesday. So if he's talking to someone on Monday, he can say, my Spanish class is the day after tomorrow, and they'll know exactly when he needs to be ready.
All right, we've handled the next couple of days, but what about plans that are a little further out? Let's talk about how we plan for the rest of the week.
Okay, now let's look at Thursday. It's a few days away, but it's still part of this current week. This is the perfect time to bust out that phrase, later this week.
And we have a concrete event right here. Jason's having dinner with his mom on Thursday. So if it's Monday and he says, I'm having dinner with my mom later this week, he's pointing directly to that Thursday plan. Simple as that.
And now for a big one. This weekend. This phrase is so specific, and you got to get it right. It only refers to the Saturday and Sunday at the end of the current week we are in.
So Jason has this awesome trip to Toronto planned. And since it's on the calendar for this coming Saturday and Sunday, he tells his friends he's going to Toronto this weekend. It's a clear, unmistakable flag for his plans.
Okay, so we've totally mastered the current week. But plans don't just stop on Sunday, right? It's time to look a little further ahead into the future.
So you see that entire row of 7 days right after the current week on the calendar? Yep, that whole block of time, that is what we call next week. It's the full week that kicks off after this coming Sunday.
Okay, now lean in for this one because this is where everybody gets tripped up. This weekend is the weekend at the end of the current week. Next weekend is the weekend that belongs to the following week. So Jason's Toronto trip, that's this weekend. If he had plans for the Saturday and Sunday after that, he'd call it next weekend.
We can see this in action right on the calendar. See the soccer tournament? It's happening during the week that follows this one. So that tournament is scheduled for next week.
And what about plans that are even further out, but maybe not months away? For that, we've got a great general term, the next few weeks. This is your go-to phrase for longer-term stuff, when you know something is coming up, but you're not pinpointing the exact day just yet.
And there you have it. Just by following along with Jason's schedule, we've pretty much mastered the essential language for planning your time like a pro.
So let's do a super quick recap. We started with all the little parts of today. We moved to the crystal clear definitions of tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, and then we totally nailed the crucial difference between this weekend and next weekend. You've got the whole toolkit now.
You are officially equipped to schedule things with confidence. No more mix-ups. So,
With your new powers of clarity, the only real question left is, what are you planning for next week? Because now you can be absolutely sure everyone's going to show up on the right day.